Think about this. The average savings account in America pays around 0.5% interest. Inflation right now is running at 3%, sometimes higher. That means every year you save $100, you effectively lose $2.50 in real purchasing power. You are not saving money. You are slowly bleeding it out while calling it financial responsibility. This is the first thing wealthy people understand that nobody ever teaches in school. Money sitting still is money dying. And you are going to understand exactly why before this video ends, and more importantly, what to do instead. Here is what is wild. The savings habit was never actually designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you stable enough to keep working. There is a massive difference between those two things. Stability means you can survive. Wealth means money works for you whether you show up or not. Right now your money is not working. It is waiting. And waiting has a price. Let me show you what that price actually looks like in real numbers. If you put $500 a month into a savings account for 30 years at 0.5% interest, you end up with around $190,000. That sounds decent until you hear this. If you had put that same $500 a month into an index fund averaging 10% annual returns, the historical average of the S&P 500 over the last century, you would have over $1 million. Same money. Same discipline. Completely different outcome. The only difference was where the money went. That gap between $190,000 and $1 million is not a gap in income. It is a gap in knowledge. And that is exactly what this video is about. Now before you say you do not have $500 a month, that is not the point. The point is the principle. Because the principle scales. It works the same whether you start with $50 or $5,000. The wealthy are not richer because they earn more. Many of them started with less than you have right now. They are richer because they understood one thing you were never taught. The difference between assets and expenses. Everything you spend money on either makes you money while you sleep or it does not. That is it. That is the whole game. A savings account with low interest is closer to an expense than an asset because inflation is constantly eating it. A stock in a growing company is an asset. A rental property collecting rent every month is an asset. A business that generates revenue whether you are working or on vacation is an asset. The wealthy spend their lives accumulating things that pay them. Everyone else spends their lives accumulating things that cost them. Here is a reality check. The average person in their 30s is spending more money on subscription services they barely use than they are investing every month. Think about your own life for a second. The streaming platforms, the apps, the memberships. None of those are wrong to have. But if those monthly charges are higher than what you are putting into anything that grows, your money is moving in the wrong direction and it has probably been doing that for years. This is the part nobody wants to hear. The financial system is not broken. It is working exactly as designed. It is just not designed for you. It is designed for the people who own the assets. Banks take your savings deposits and lend that money out at 20% interest on credit cards and 7% on mortgages. They pay you 0.5% and pocket the difference. You are the product. Your savings are the raw material. Until you become the one owning the asset instead of supplying the raw material, you will always be on the losing side of that equation. So what actually works instead? This is where everything shifts. The wealthy build what is called a wealth engine. It is not complicated. It works in 3 movements. First, you reduce the percentage of your income that bleeds out through lifestyle inflation. That means every time your income goes up, you resist the urge to immediately upgrade your life at the same rate. The trap most people fall into is that as they earn more, they spend more, and they never actually get ahead. Second, you redirect that margin into assets that compound over time. Index funds, real estate, a business, or some combination of all three. Third, you let compounding do the work that most people expect their salary to do. Compounding is interest earning interest, growth building on growth. Albert Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world, and whether he actually said that or not, the math proves it true. Here is a number that will stay with you. A 22-year-old who invests $200 a month and stops completely at age 30 will end up with more money at 65 than a 30-year-old who invests $200 a month consistently all the way to retirement. 8 years of investing beats 35 years of investing if it starts earlier. Time in the market is not just a phrase. It is the actual engine. Every year you wait is compounding that works against you instead of for you. Now here is what the wealthy do that most people never think to do. They pay themselves first. Not after bills. Not after groceries. Not after whatever is left at the end of the month, because most people know that nothing is ever left at the end of the month. They automate a percentage of every paycheck directly into an investment account before they ever see it, before they can spend it, before lifestyle inflation can touch it. It removes the decision entirely. And removing the decision is the secret, because willpower is unreliable but automation is not. This brings everything back to the beginning. Saving money does not work anymore, not because saving is wrong, but because saving alone, without a strategy, without assets, without compounding, is just delayed spending. And delayed spending in a world where inflation never sleeps is a slow financial loss dressed up as discipline. The people who will build real wealth over the next decade are not going to be the ones who earned the most. They are going to be the ones who understood the game the earliest and started moving their money from the side of the table that loses to the side of the table that wins. You just got the map. What you do with it is the only question that matters now.